Okay, let's keep on. What? No. Let's plow on through this Bhagavad Gita. It's okay. I think it's okay. Let's plow on through this Bhagavad Gita, shall we? Now, this book, or I don't know what you want to call it, a book or something, you can get through this thing real fast. I mean, if people think they're working hard, you're not really working hard in this class because, I mean, I could read this book in maybe an hour and a half. And since I don't even think you need to read the whole thing, I think you should read it in 45 minutes, whatever you needed to read. So, but if you want to be careful about it and read it with some, attempt to get some understanding, then of course you might want to go slower. But don't feel you're being overworked. I want you to feel that. And I don't mind if you not work hard, because as I told you, I don't think working hard necessarily produces the best results. Good insight, clear-mindedness, not taking too many drugs and things, that produces clear results. And so you can work, but if nothing penetrates you, you're just like running in place or spinning your wheels. So a few things done well, to my mind, are worth a lot of things done poorly. So I think that the speed of movement is not necessarily a measure of if anything good is happening. So here's Lord Krishna blowing his conch shell, and Arjuna, the winner of treasure. And there was a huge sound on the earth, and the heavens trembled, and Arjuna's banner, we even know what it looked like, had an ape on it. Drive my chariot, Krishna immortal, and place it between the two armies. And they stood between the two armies, and what's the issue then? That suddenly, in the middle of this battle, what happens to Arjuna? He gets cold feet. This is not a good time to start to worry about whether you're going to fight or not. When you're right in the middle of the two armies, and then they suddenly stop and have a discussion. This is not a realistic piece of drama, is it? I mean, obviously, no one is going to be stopping in the middle of a battle. Is going to be stopping the chariots and have a discussion. So this is idealized right from the start. And he says here to him, what's his problem? He's overcome, or Sanjaya, the narrator, says he's overcome with sinking heart and grief and despair. Life goes from my limbs, my mouth is dry, trembling overcomes my body. I have no wish for victory, Krishna. I don't wish to slay these people, even if I myself am slain. They are grandsons, grandfathers, wives, brothers, mothers, etc., etc., etc. Well, I can't kill my own kinsmen, even if they are greedy and so on, or evil. And that's the point finally, on line 40 of my book here. Chapter 1? Yeah, chapter 1. The destruction of family destroys its rituals. I don't know if these are the right translations. Now, you may have to know that when the righteous rituals are no more, unrighteousness overcomes the whole family. Now, I'm not sure if that's the exact translation, but you have to sort of figure out what it would have looked like in the original Sanskrit. That's why a few different translations would help. Someone has a different translation of that. Can they read it? If not, I'll just try to. I would think it said when the customary, rituals or behavior or the way the ancestors did things are overthrown, then chaos and probably deterioration, etc., develops. Women sin and are impure. I'm sure they didn't use the word sin, but probably the word was something like women get into sexual difficulties, or are not faithful sexually. What about men? This is so horny, but no, I don't want to get too chauvinistic here. But in any case, they're not. In the old days, people were more worried about women's sexual behavior, as you know, than men. So you really can't apply a modern standard to an ancient document. It really isn't fair because the outlooks were different, and you can't say, oh, why didn't you put it this way? That's the way we would put it. Okay, well, now we'll know in the 21st century that you're putting it this way. And so people say, oh, well, that's a 21st century document because they're talking about it in that way. And then we can see this is a 5th century or 3rd century BC document because they're talking about it in this way. So you can't expect them to be on the same wavelength that you may have been used to, trained in, for whatever. So I don't want to get into whether this is chauvinist or not. And when women are not pure, there is disorder in the caste, social